I got to call my dad last night. I just called him at 3 in the morning, he answered the phone. I said, what do you mean I need alcohol and drug rehab? I'm traveling with a federal agent every day and I'm on camera. What do you tell you? Haven't been with me in 25 years. What are you talking about?
Keep your motor running, flying out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way, like a true nature's child, for we were born to be wild, we can climb so high, I'll never wanna die, born to be wild, born to be wild.
Thing is, though, I know my old man's gonna be gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. And I know if he's on his deathbed and he has 5 minutes to talk to me, he's gonna tell me he loves me to death. Cry, you know?
Yep.
Because that's how he is. That's why I know he loves me.
You know, Evil's health right now isn't too good. He has a lung disease that, you know, that at first he thought that, you know, that he'd be able to get a lung transplant, and it was told to him that, well, it's probably not going to happen because they'd probably give the lungs to a younger person. He definitely wants to live, but it's, you know, and it weighs on Robbie too. I mean, it weighs on him heavy.
The reality factor sets in that, you know, our parents aren't going to be around forever, and we don't know what the day is going to be. So, you know, it's a hell of a kick in the nuts whenever you sit there and say, hey, no matter what relationship you had with your father, there's going to be a day when you can't argue with him. At least when you argue with him and fight with him, you have some communication whatsoever. Now, there'll be none at all. You know, I just try to give him enough space, and in here, it's not easy.
I got to call my dad last night. I just called him at 3 in the morning, he answered the phone. I said, what do you mean I need alcohol and drug rehab? I'm traveling with a federal agent every day and I'm on camera. What do you tell you? Haven't been with me in 25 years. What are you talking about?
Evil would definitely like to see Robbie stop drinking, you know, and I know that he's even talked to me about it as far as, you know, that he'd help pay to do whatever to help Robbie. Whether that'll ever happen, I don't know.
You know, the big conflict is Robbie's drinking to self-medicate. Evil's saying, stop drinking, you need to stay healthy, you need to get healthy, but you need to quit drinking totally to do that. And there's a major conflict of interest there.
Evil was all for the idea, you know, of Robbie stopping drinking, and I think sometimes things get way out of hand, and like I said, I pray that they can get it together, but they're the only two that can do that.
This is the toughest battle, the toughest jump Robbie ever taken in his life, is with his father, the emotional jump with his dad.
Oh man, don't turn, buddy. I can't stop. Red light! What are you, nuts?
Yeah, Robbie and I is going to head down in the motorhome to Texas with the custom snake chopper. And Robbie's good friend, JP DeJurio from Paul Mitchell Hair Products and Patrons, having a bike run down there. It's a charity ride, and Robbie does a lot of these for fallen families of 911 and abused children. Kind of strikes home with him and hits him in the heart.
It's very important to me to put on the Peace, Love, and Happiness ride every year because it benefits not only the Austin Children's Shelter for abused and neglected children, but also the widows and orphans of law enforcement people that have been killed in the line of duty protecting us. So we all have great pride in riding, raising a lot of money. It's underwritten by Paul Mitchell and the other sponsors, so every dime goes directly to the kids and to the widows.
The goal is to help raise some money for these kids and show this bike. So he's going to bring some flair to the event.
You know, we're all getting older, Robbie's getting older, so it's time he starts thinking about the future. But what he's done, he's branching out into other businesses and other adventures. One of those ventures is Knievel Custom Cycles.
I have always wanted to open a custom bike shop, and I thought, what do I want most in life? And I quit jumping. Knievel's Custom Cycles. It's a retirement, and it goes with the name, it goes with the legend, it goes with the legacy, it goes with everything. I've had this idea for a long time to do a Snake River Canyon bike. It's going to be totally my baby. And that'll be the first bike to start a series of bikes that we manufacture through Knievel's Custom Cycles. Is this your bike here, Chuck?
I had booked Robbie to come do a jump, and he had been discussing with me how he had this idea about building the Snake River Canyon chopper.
You know, there's a lot of talented guys out there, and everybody wanted to build this chopper.
Robbie and I came up with an agreement and decided we were going to start Knievel Custom Cycles. And from that day on, everything's been rolling and everything's been going very well.
Remember when I called you? I said I want to do the rocks below the tank of the canyon wall.
I had met Robbie over the summer. He approached me and said that he was going to get a bike built, and I told him he should really stop by.
His bike, the orange chopper he built, I loved it when I saw it. And I just said, that's the guy we need.
All of us remember Evil when he jumped to Snake River Canyon, and, you know, it's pretty much the last thing that Robbie hasn't done.
Well, it's the Snake River Canyon bike as a tribute to my dad, whether I get to jump it one day or not. Maybe we could do a cool snake mirror, you know?
I think it'll be fun.
Tommy's the builder. He's the smart guy. I'm just the daredevil.
We wanted to build a bike that had all the looks of a show bike, but yet could withstand Robbie Knievel, which, if this bike can hold up to Robbie Knievel, can obviously hold up to the average Joe.
I think it's going to turn out great, and Knievel's Custom Cycles is going to take off big time. Thanks for having the balls to do this! I've been wanting to do it forever.
You know, let's face it, the Knievel name is the largest name on two wheels. How could the Knievels not be in the bike building business and all these other people are?
Everybody's looking at custom bikes. Well, this custom bike starts out at $80,000, and Robbie's bike's twice that value. There are so many different things that make it special that are just custom to him, from the style of the tank itself looking like the hood of the Cobra, to the paint job matching that, to there not being any visible wiring as far as your clutch cable, brake cable, things like that. The engine with the Knievel trademark V that he uses on his leathers that his father did, to the wheels being custom Cobra cut out, 14-karat gold diamond plated.
We put every high-dollar part we could put on that thing.
You know, we don't want a bike that's a trophy. We want a bike that can be driven every day, yet be beautiful, be a show bike, but a show bike that you can drive.
You know, this thing with Evil and Robbie, Rob's really upset about his father right now, and the best thing for him to get on a snake bike, get out there with the wind in his face where he's totally alone, hear the pound of that engine and just think things through, and he'll get to relax and vent.
He's always on my mind. The less I talk to him, the more sleep I get. And that's not a statement from me saying I don't love my father, because I totally do. Why my dad does what he does, I don't know, but I have to laugh at a lot of things, or try to now, and it's been a lot of years, but it really hurt me for a lot of years, and it's been a real struggle with my mind.
The tough part is when we are going down the road, or we're anywhere at an event or anything, and his dad upsets him in some way. It's tough on me because I can't really help him. I can't do anything except for be a friend and a brother to him. You know, it's an emotional roller coaster ride with him, as it has been for the past 20+ years with him and his father, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna live life. I'm not perfect, and that my dad's still alive and I'm still alive, I mean, I'm happy for that. And no matter what's wrong with me, I don't want to die, but I'm going to live life and deal with it the way I can.
Normally, you know, custom bikes have months of testing, and you know, they find the little problems and know how to go about making it right. Well, this bike just, you know, took it right out of the shop and let's go test it, wide open. You know, and in this case, it's, you know, they're letting Robbie Knievel test their bike, and, you know, Robbie is extremely tough on equipment.
I might have blew this up.
I'm driving along, looks like the snake bike's broke down, Robbie's alongside the road.
Just sets his weekend for what? Come down here to ride.
I might have burnt the whole CDI ignition up.
driving along. Looks like the snake bikes broke down. Robbie's alongside the road.
Reserve ain't working. I don't know what's wrong, man.
He's watching the bike. He's triple checking everything, and luckily he saw it before it was too bad. Just sets his weekend for what? Come down here to ride.
Might have burnt the whole CDI ignition up. Maybe my reserve ain't working.
You know, anybody that's had a custom-made piece of machinery, things are going to need worked out. Things are going to break down. Things are going to rip and tear. Things are going to bust.
I couldn't have burned up the plugs or anything. They would have kept running.
Right.
Yeah, I might have just ran out of gas. I don't think there was that much in when I put it in to begin with. Should have took at least 2 gallons. I wonder if I ran out on the fuel and the reserve wasn't working or something, man.
Robbie thought it was the plugs. When he realized it wasn't the plugs, he thought it was a reserve fuel tank, but there is no reserve, so we were out of gas.
I guess reserve don't work. Okay, I'll see you in about 10 miles.
You know, it's a great thing now because that would have happened on the middle of the ride. And that's why he's riding now. He knows what he's doing.
Hey, speed it up!
Well, I just flew in from Butte, Montana, where it's snowing like hell, to Austin, Texas, where it's 85 degrees, and we're down here for JP's bike run, and just looking forward to a nice weekend in nice weather.
Finally in Texas, yeah! We came all the way to Austin for one simple reason, that's to attend Tom Mitchell's charity ride. I got a call from Robbie this morning telling me we have to be on our best behavior. So we're just gonna be relaxed and have some good times, ride our bikes, and just be cool about it, you know, and no pressure at all. And I know when we don't have no pressure, everything is gonna be just perfect.
There's a parking place just on the opposite side of the lobby. I can see you parking right now.
We just got checked into the hotel. Robbie called me right away and said, get down there. His kickstand's broke and it won't go down. With a snake bike, if the kickstand won't go down, Robbie can't basically get off it or it'll fall over.
I think the whole bolt's bent. I'm sure it is. I've scraped it probably 10 times going around corners at 100 miles an hour. How you doing, buddy? I still all I tore off the kickstand.
Holy put it to the grinder.
I can't get it down.
Hey, Robbie, how fast were you riding? 30 miles an hour to make it here in time?
How you doing, buddy? Good.
You know, Robbie's tough on it. That's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what it is, he's tough on it. And, you know, the kickstand that a normal guy would have held up, but, you know, Robbie going around the corners at 100 miles an hour, dragging the bike, you know, just ground it right down.
You better hurry up, it's getting dark.
The brackets broke off the pipe, too. Did you see that?
Yep. Oh, that must have just happened.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, look at
I
here.
think, yeah, I think the whole thing.
Look at inside here. See, it's broken. Kick it again.
You know what?
Yeah.
Kick it. See it? See it?
Did you have this happen to you before or something?
Trust me. You know how long it took me years to take all the bugs out of my bike?
Well, the problem, you know, that we first noticed was the kickstand, and then we started looking around the bike, and the pipes were broke, and the bracket was broke off the pipes, and, you know, we just saw that it had a lot more problems that, you know, it sure wasn't safe to ride it.
I broke everything on the bike, but it'll get fixed. I'm gonna go on a police ride tonight around Austin, which I've been on before. My relationship with cops goes way back with my dad, where we got escorts. I remember when I was a little tiny kid, and I don't know what it is. There's a life risk thing that they maybe are attracted to, that we're attracted to, but it's basically, with me, it's just good people. How you guys doing? Pretty good. Well, my bike almost made it here. I love to do a benefit for the police whenever I can. I like to do things for the good cops and the fallen families, and especially police families. So when I went on the ride in Austin, I met one of the nicest cops I've ever met in my life.
Hey, Robbie, Randy Ivey.
Randy, how you doing?
Excellent.
All right.
I'm Deputy Randy Ivey. I'm with the Deputy Sheriff with the Travis County Sheriff's Office, and tonight we're going to have Robbie Knievel on a ride-along. We're working the north central area of Travis County, in and out of the city of Austin, in and out of the city of Pflugerville. Anything from routine traffic stops to going to family disturbances, fights in progress. We just never know what we're going to run into on a Friday night.
Roger, all is 10.
We'll get along just fine. I'm kind of a little bit of a daredevil myself. Let's see where this guy's going. We're back at 1275.
5 acre 10.
Well, they've opened up the channel. It means somebody's in custody.
Hold on, stand by.
Sheriff's Office, what's going on?
I mean, every time you get out of the car, you gotta worry about some guy is gonna pull a gun and just blow your friggin' head off. Oh, you're I'm going on a ride-along in Austin tonight to see what the action is around here.
Let's see where this guy's going. We're back at 1275.
5 acre 10.
Well, they've opened up the channel. It means somebody's in custody.
Hold on, stand by.
Hello, Sheriff's Office. What's going on?
I mean, every time you get out of the car, you gotta worry about some guy is gonna pull a gun and just blow your friggin' head off. My job's cake compared to these guys.
You got a warrant for your arrest, man. Get that by check.
No warrant has been confirmed.
And we assisted with a warrant arrest and turned out having a theft by check warrant, so helped them take this guy into custody so they get him down to central booking.
Watch your head as you get in. It's real tight, okay? I want you to bump it.
Where are you, Baker 12 traffic?
Now, what'd this guy do?
He's following this other vehicle too close. Texas, William 70. You have your license and insurance, Andy?
We need cops. We need people to keep people in line. So our real heroes who fight for our country. And I always wanted to be a cop. I wonder if they can deputize me here in Austin. Special deputy badge with picture ID.
Robbie does have a unique relationship with police officers. I've been with him when he's been pulled over, and I thought, oh boy, here we go. There's gonna be trouble. And next thing you know, he's out there with him and everything's fine. And so walk away. Most of the time, he has a badge in his hand or a patch.
I don't know. You got like $10 I could borrow. I want to buy some crack. No.
Right down there. It wouldn't be hard.
I like meeting good cops, and I like the fact that I'm doing something for the fallen police who really protect us, and they're just honest cops.
That was a pretty good night. We stayed fairly busy, helped out a few people. Robbie, it was an honor. Some of the guys and I have been talking about it, and they're like, well, I watched the show on A&E, and I've seen him, 2 or 3 times, and didn't really know what to expect. And he got in the car, and easy to talk to, great personality, excellent sense of humor. I think he really takes his commitment to heart. He really does. It impresses guys like me. To see, people that are such superstars, and what they want to do for the fallen officers that are out there and their families.
All right, man.
Be safe, brother.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Have a good night.
luck.
Love to have him back anytime he wanted to.
We got into Austin yesterday, and Robbie's chopper has a couple little issues, so we're gonna head down to the Voodoo Motorcycle Shop and do some work on it. Just get it ready for the ride for the next 3 days.
Who would want to buy a KCC bike if they keep breaking down? You know, absolutely, that's out of the question. Nobody. So we'll fix it. Absolutely.
I know Robbie's very excited about this bike company, and it's one of his top priorities so that we can really get the name out there and get things going with Knievel Custom Cycles.
Think Scooter will build this?
Huh?
Who built it?
A friend of mine, Tommy, in Tommy Segund in Jersey. See, I designed the whole thing for the Snake River Canyon. It's all the canyon flowing. I'm having some snake seats made, but then the river comes up here and the Cobra comes right out the top.
In defense of Knievel's Custom Cycles, this is the first bike, and you know there's gonna be some problems, and you're gonna have to straighten them out.
Yeah, so far, hanging in there pretty good, besides a couple pipe welds.
Well, these motorcycles are built, they're gallery bikes. A lot of them don't ever start them. You know, they put them in shows, and you know, this one was one that Robbie was gonna take out and ride, and I know one thing for sure, that by the time he's done with it, what problems there are, they'll find them and they'll fix them, and it'll be one heck of a bike when it's done.
See, this thing's cracked all the way around here.
Right.
All right.
That's from the vibration of the motor.
That's the vibration, and the other side, look.
Robbie rides a bike harder than anybody. He's pretty tough on a bike. He pushes the envelope and pushes it to its limits. It's a bad thing because we have to keep fixing it and repairing it, but it's a good thing because if it can hold up to Robbie, it can hold up to anybody.
If it'll last me a week, 10 days, I'll be good with it, and I'll take it easy on it.
Let's do that.
Wait a minute. Back that up. Edit that last comment.
Let's bring the
Edit the last comment, because that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, Robbie had the choice to either put new pipes on it or weld them and fix them. So what he did was he chose to have them welded because he likes the looks of them. So, you know, once they heat wrapped them, it just gives it more of a performance look to it, and it looks kind of cool.
Basically, we just had a little exhaust problem and a kickstand problem. A lot of fractures in the pipes. We welded that stuff up, and we used a heat wrap coating on it to protect it and give it a different competition type of look. Basically, that's it. We should be out of here in about an hour.
I think it would not look very good when you lose your pipes on a brand new bike, basically, you know. It's better off to have it fixed now.
I think with that motor, I'm probably always going to have some problem with something rattling apart. It's just like my motorhome. The motorhome's going to fall apart before the motor does.
Robbie's pretty stressed out about the snake bike running for the ride and all those issues, so I think we're just going to go to dinner with Gary and just relax a little bit.
We went to the restaurant and had sushi and met the organizers of the Love, Peace and Happiness ride. I was also there to do my things with the ladies. I had one to my right, I had one to my left. And she looked like an angel.
Gary's the one that puts the ride together for JP, and so they took us out to sushi. We ate $1,500 worth of raw fish.
What is it? Story that we're doing that Shape magazine? You have to return. Cheers, Beth. Welcome, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Glad you're here to work on my bike.
Are you coming to the ride on Sunday?
I haven't been invited yet.
I would like to invite you.
Okay.
You want to come with me? You want to come with me? Ride with me? Done deal. You got it.
Well, I'm glad you come along, because before I was going to ride with him, so I'm really glad you stayed in there. I'm so glad.
Oh, you're dating her now.
Yeah. You know, too bad you got a one-seater. I got the two-seater. And I built bikes like this for a reason. I got the little angel and the little devil.
Robbie came down here to have a good time and support a great charity, and you know, I can see there's something weighing on him. Probably does have something to do with his father's health.
Evil's been really ill lately, and it's getting worse. He used to work in the copper mines, and it's affected it. The lung that he has that's good is failing fast, so he basically needs a lung transplant yesterday. He's really working on Robbie. He's talked to his dad a couple times. He's pretty upset about it. One of the things that how Robbie handles the stress of his father is alcohol.
For a whole evening, I might have done six watered down drinks, you know, by the time I got done with them. starting early. Yeah, totally fine, never drunk, never hungover.
But how does it feel not to be hungover?
See, mine,
I do not have to struggle with whether I
my
can or
Bluetooth
can't,
goes off.
because I know I
my
can't.
earpiece goes off.
And I'm just drinking normally for the last 43, 44 days. Here's to cut my drinking down by 80%.
I cut my smoke down lips.
I just lift my lips down.
Robbie has his own health problems going on, so it's really, really tough. I mean, he knows his father's ill. He hasn't had time to really sit down and talk to him about that illness, so there can be a time when he's just going to blow up.
I stopped by the Harley-Davidson shop here. This is where the ride's going to originate, and I'm a little bit concerned about the security level aspect. Hey, Joe.
How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing? And I just need to meet and greet basically the people that are in charge here.
How about we go inside?
Let's
and
do
chat?
that. Excellent.
Road noise is a little loud.
Excellent.
This is essentially the route.
Okay.
All right, so we got the dealership.
Right.
We're gonna go south. It is about 55 miles.
Oh,
It'll take
great.
right at an hour.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a bullhorn and hopefully talk to everybody about making sure that everybody understands staggered formation, no passing in the group,
Right.
and follow the directions, and everything will go smooth.
Right.
So I kind of
We just want a good, safe ride.
Right.
And that's what you want too. Because no matter how many times people ridden in the group, that when the cameras come out, they just forget. They just lose
Now,
focus.
see, that
and
I'm not
forget a little
experienced
bit.
with,
And that's
so
scary.
that's-
That's what scares me. My deal is when because of the accidents that's happened, somebody, whoever it is, can say, hey, you got to calm down. You got to back off because you're going to cause an accident.
Sweet.
And if that, if I have to go up to somebody in Sackville and say, hey, I don't know if you realize this or not, but man, you didn't turn signal, you didn't hand signal, you didn't do, something's going to happen here. Myrtle Beach, I had a guy, and we kept jockeying up on us. And I was like, God, the first time he came up on me so quick, I mean, it was a threat. I'm going, whoa.
All these guys come flying by us when I slowed down to pull over. And this other guy was going so fast, he didn't start slowing down and hit Brian.
We were on a ride with a group of bikers with Robbie, and, we were cruising along, and then, one guy blew by me, another guy blew by me, and the third guy sideswiped me. When he whacked me, I mean, we was doing at least 90.
Bounced this way and went this way, and I go, oh, he's gonna save it, and he hit the curb, and then I knew he was gonna lose it.
When he come up on me, he whacked here, caught onto the leather here, and ripped, and then bumped and bent this, and then touched my handlebars, and I started flipping and wig-wagging. Somebody call an ambulance? Somebody call an ambulance? After he got done rolling, I pulled a block in front of him so nobody could hit him, and he broke his arm.
You're lucky, man. No helmet. When I saw you go sideways, you almost saved it, then you hit the curb, man.
Yeah, the curb's what got me.
I'm just thank God he didn't hit his head or anything like that. I mean, Robbie felt terrible. I felt terrible. Everybody in the ride feels terrible.
You really got to do tunnel vision when you're riding behind people in a pack of bikes. I mean, you really got to watch what's going on because it happens all the time.
Yeah, it was totally his fault. Yeah, he was driving at a high rate of speed. He wasn't paying attention. All the bikes slowed down. This is it. There is no more crashes. It's done. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect Robbie, myself, and the other riders, even from themselves. I usually try to put myself in proximity to him. Okay. And the only reason is this: I have a big bike, and I've been known to veer people off because they're coming up so fast. I'd rather have them hit me than hit him.
I don't think he's overacting. I think last year we had the governor in the ride. We really had to pay attention to what was going on with him, and he had a bodyguard as well. So it's not something I haven't dealt with before.
I try to do everything I possibly can, and I try to play every scenario out and see what my reaction is going to be and how I can stop something from happening.
Cool.
Okay, buddy.
I'm all
Thanks
over.
a lot, man. All right, so now we just have to put it in effect. So I planned my work, now I'm going to work the plan.
We're ready to go, man.
Robbie's got the snake bike in tow behind the RV, and we're on our way to the Peace, Love, and Happiness ride.
Yeah. Once what? I know, Mom, I don't expect anything else from you but you to be Mom. No. I haven't completely quit, but I'm just sipping on drinks. I haven't had a hangover in like over 45 days, something like that.
It's difficult, you know, worrying about Robbie's health. You learn a lot about alcohol. You know, it's a disease.
I can't believe the jealousy going on with my father. I can't stand it. I think the thing he's most ticked off about that I just haven't acted just like him my whole career, you know what I mean?
Evil's not doing very well. In fact, he's doing poorly. And I believe when Evil's saying stuff to Robbie, you know, about drinking, he's lived it. He's trying to tell me, you know, hey, Robbie, don't do what I've done, son. You know, learn from me. And I guess I see it as a deal that, you know, your father loves you and you know, wants to see you get better.
I've always been me, but I'm being me on camera, and that's really pissing him off.
Robbie believes that he's his own person. He's going to do whatever he wanted, and if that's the road that he chooses, well, you know, it's a very self-destructive road. But I think there's something inside him too that's saying, every time I start on that takeoff ramp, you know what, my clock's ticking. So maybe to a person who faces death, you don't take something like that as serious. You know, this is Robbie Knievel. He looks at death different than us. He might be saying, well, it's gonna happen sooner or later.
I'm not getting drunk. Well, you listen to too many other people. All right, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
It would have been neat to have Robbie and his father lead this group of people for the fallen police officers. I think it's a great event, and it would have been neat.
Today is the big ride.
Well, we want to welcome everybody. Thank you for taking your time, your money, and your energy to support such a worthy cause.
Well, today's Sunday, April 17th. It's our third annual Peace, Love, and Happiness. Probably have about 200 to 300 riders, because let's face it, it's a great community.
Thank you all for coming. Just couldn't ask for a better day. Bunch of good friends. Ian's Aaron giving up time from his movie career.
We're here at the Austin Harley-Davidson dealership, big charity event taking place tonight. Robbie's been a friend of mine for many years. He's a tough love, you know. It's kind of tough to really care about someone who's always jumping over.
Robbie Knievel taking time away from his jump and his busy new TV show.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Robbie's bike today. It's pieces have been vibrating off of it, so we'll just pick up the pieces as he goes.
The snake bike is holding up like
I'm just gonna ride it. If it stops, it stops. I have a thumb.
Today's ride is a perfect place to show off this bike, especially if it doesn't break down.
Well, hopefully he'll make it through the ride. If not, we'll stick him on the back with Brian. That'll look good.
I'm going to service.
The Snake River bike has been breaking down often, and Robbie's having some serious issues with that, and it's causing him a lot of stress. And also on the flip side, it doesn't reflect good for Knievel Custom Cycles.
Bless his heart, it was a little bit of a pain. Everyone was ready to go. We had motors running.
I don't know. If you need a bike, we can find one for you.
I'd rather ride this.
Huh?
I'd rather ride this. I think so. My bike's just running a little rich. My velocity stack's coming vibrating loose a little bit, so we're just gonna check, see if there's some red Loctite on the bolt.
It's like pit time. You know everybody's lined up out front already.
Yeah, I do. I do, yeah. As soon as Robbie gets up there, we'll be on go. So everybody is waiting for us, but we're tweaking Robbie's bike, and something about these custom bikes, you know, I think they're working on his now. You can hear the hammering.
Seems pretty tight.
That one's good to go.
Well, you know, after we left the shop, we figured we had everything fixed on it. So hopefully the guys from KCC will be happy and everything will be all right.
Thanks, buddy.
Gentlemen and ladies,
start your engine.
I think my air ride suspension might have shorted out. 10 miles into the ride, everything going pretty smooth, and then kaput, the bike went on us, and he pulled off to the right, so now we're trying to figure out everything that's going on with it. A number of things could be wrong with the bike right now.
What's blowing? First thing what happens, Robbie's bike breaks down. It's been an ongoing thing lately. Like every 25 miles, we're pulling over for him.
We're trying to fix it and so we don't have to leave him behind, and that might happen if we don't get this thing fixed. I guess if we leave him behind, he'll get the exercise that he needs and he can walk back because no one has room for him.
If we don't hit this right now, if we don't get that bike going right now, we're out. We're out of the ride. Robbie's out of the ride.
I got it. Oh.
I was riding behind Robbie, and Sunday I saw Robbie pulling over, and his bike wasn't running anymore, it wasn't popping, So I pulled right next to him and said, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, "Well, I think I blew a fuse again."
So I got to pull the fuse out, and then the ignition will fire.
We're riding down the road, and the next thing I know, I see something fly off Robbie's bike and go into the ditch, and the bike just stopped on him.
Do they have a drag truck? Do they have a flatbed or anything? Brian, you got any needle nose pliers?
It blew something in the electrical system, so we're trying to get it running.
What? Blown? No. Let me see it. Looks blown. Not another one? No. If we don't hit this right now, if we don't get that bike going right now, we're out. We're out of the ride. Robbie's out of the ride. He's kind of like the Grand Marshal with John Paul DeJurio and Ian Zering, and I don't know what we're going to do.
If I get that back in?
No, it's a bitch to get in.
But I think it's blown.
Yeah, I know. They can make any difference in or out because it's not making a circuit. See if it'll start.
What's wrong, man?
Can we cut them off somewhere? Or?
Yeah. Maybe he's a little bit irritated or embarrassed about his bike breaking down in this nice, parade. I think everybody would be. I hate it too, and it happened to me before. It's just, it's almost like you become an outcast instantly.
It's a prototype, so it's the first one, but a lot of people aren't aware of that. They just see Knievel Custom Cycles and think there's 100 of them out there. But with a bike continually looking like it's breaking down all the time, or when it does break down, even though it's something minor, it just doesn't visually look good. So it sets a bad taste in everybody's mouth, so it's definitely not good for the business.
I got an extra fuse right over here on this bag.
That big?
Got a fuse? I can get it in there.
We ended up just being a fuse, and it happened once before. We're not sure why. At times it has done that one other time, so luckily one of the guys with us had an extra fuse with him.
Yeah, that fuse has got to be in for the ignition for this thing to fire.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Roman.
How do you want to do this? You want to...
Ooh.
We were out 4 or 5 minutes. It's on the road, so everything's good now. Hey, we're going to turn around, Rob. We're going to go back and catch up to him another way, okay?
Okay. If I can get started.
I don't think Robbie was pissed off.
How long did it take you to get yours right?
We get down on the ground and fix the bike, and we had to take a shortcut. You know, it might have bummed him out, but I mean, he didn't say anything. He was just glad he knew where the fuses were at so we could get the bike fixed and up and running again. We're at this rally and we're riding with a lot of people. A lot of them are probably sitting back going, wow, I can't believe they're riding that bike that far. You know, especially the way he's riding. We're riding down the road and there's no Robbie. Well, he'd wait until the pack would go by and he'd come by everybody on the other side, on the left-hand side, and the pipes are on the right-hand side of that bike, and just scare the hell out of everybody.
The ride's completed. We've made our destination. Everything's fine there.
There's so much power in this bike that it rattles things loose, including the dental work of people who he drives by. I've been the lucky recipient. I think I got a loose molar.
This is my brand new fiancée, Angel.
Yeah.
And I just asked her if she wants to get married. Why am I the only guy with a chicken bucket bike? Because I'm the Rominator, and I'm Rominating the state of Texas right now. And she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. And I snagged her, I took her. I said, you're with me, Austin, I'll be back. Tomorrow we're gonna take off to Vegas and get married. And we'll see from there. Right, hon? I love her.
Oh, you're up. Let me ride it. Can I?
Yeah.
Just gonna steal this bike, basically. Quick run down to, I don't know, Pennsylvania or something. I'll be back sometime in 15, 20 minutes. I'm just gonna give it a little beating.
Hey, how about a Jack and Diet Coke splash of diet short class? How you doing, buddy?
Hi, brother. Well, the 2005 Peace, Love, and Happiness is over. It looks like we raised somewhere between $35,000 and $50,000. We're gonna make a huge difference for 100 Club and for the Austin Children's Shelter.
How are you? I'm doing great.
By having Robbie Knievel here, it benefits a lot because he is a big name. Having him here gets all this publicity here. Wherever he goes, you'll have a good turnout of police officers because he's chosen to support them.
You are all people that contributed the greatest amount of money to the kids.
Well, you know, Robbie was winking a little bit, you know, which he probably shouldn't be doing, but I don't know if that's his escape or, you know, I'm not really sure. You know, I wish he would just stop.
I just gotta say this, and maybe some of you aren't expecting it, but my name's Rob, and I'm a alcoholic.
Yeah, you know, I do believe that Robbie's drinking is an issue between him and his father.
That's when I laugh, when my father says Robbie should be in rehab. If there's a problem with my dad and him having a problem with me drinking, you know, he was my role model when I grew up. He can't tell me what to do after he showed me how he was.
Robbie realizes with his father's health and his own that there can be a time when tomorrow is not going to be there.
It makes you stop and think, you know, if something were to happen, you know, and things weren't fixed, how Robbie would feel.
So with time running out, there's not a real time for them to actually get together and make up and kind of bridge this gap.
I think that would be the biggest jump Robbie could ever make, is if him and his father worked their things out.
Okay, I don't want to think about my dad dying tomorrow, but if I had something to say to him if he died tomorrow, it'd be the same thing I say to him every time I talk to him now. I try and laugh it off if he's angry, and I just tell him I love him, because I don't know if he's going to die tomorrow. He's been through hell and back, and I just don't want him to die angry. I want him to die happy, and I hope that he dies with an I love you and I know he'll die like that. And that's all I want from him.